Okay, SP13736, noise tests for samples being provided from a requester to be able to put down hard flooring. Please refer to the noise transmissibility document associated with this property when reviewing this. I may actually try to put a screenshot of it in the video. You have standard underlayment. Under that you have waterproofing, single sheet. And then on top of those two, what is being proposed is a rubber matting prior to the hard flooring going down. One of the big problems is noise transference to the brick walls, as we do not have gyprock here, or plasterboard. The underlayment, both the standard underlayment and the rubber underlayment, are brought up against the wall and curved up. The hardwood flooring, or whatever hard flooring, is then put down and pushed such that it bends the underlayment, and then that can be cut at top floor level. That's the best we've been able to come up with for trying to keep the noise within the unit when something falls on the tile, etc., or not tile, but on the hard flooring. We attempted to use cuttings to go down here so it'd be like a felt strip. That did not work as well. The noise transferred through the wall too easily. The bend is what seems to do the best. We've done a lot of testing on this thing because we're trying to be able to say yes, but it's a pretty noisy situation compared to carpet. We're going to be doing tests with a couple of different items. One, we're going to be using a little key thing for the water, and then we're going to use something similar to what may hang on a dog's chain or dog collar, etc. Here we have carpet, and of course things falling on carpet will make noise, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Once something hits the concrete, I don't know if you can see that from the camera, but once something hits concrete or tile, it goes through the entire building very quickly. So the test that we're going to do is with the key, water key. We'll start with one at hand height standing up, and we're going to go drop, drop on sample 1, drop, drop on sample 2, drop, drop on sample 3, drop, drop on sample 4. Then we're going to go half that height and go drop, drop on sample 1, drop, drop on sample 2, drop, drop on sample 3, drop, drop on sample 4. After that, we will go low, about this height, and we will drop keys, or whatever these things may be, and then drag it, so that you sort of get an idea what, these aren't keys, they're just sort of lighter weight, little bits and pieces on a thing, so that when it drags, we want it to be like maybe a dog collar dragging, or something being pushed around on the floor by a pet. So let's go. And this is just the sample. We're doing it in the electrical room. We're going to remove the recorder outside, see how the noise goes through the door and how it goes down the hallway. Then we'll repeat these situations in an acoustically similar area, but with furniture, etc., and that is Robert's unit. Okay, so let's see. Hand height, 2 drops. Whoops, that one actually bounced on to both. 5. Try again. Okay. Hand height. 2 drops. Hand on item number 3, hand height, 2 drops. Bounced over to item 2, but the first click was that. Second drop. Hand height, item 4. And hand height, item 4, second drop. Half the distance, item 1, first drop. Jumped over to that second thing again, but again, second test, item 1, half hand height. Okay. Item 2, half height. Second drop, item 2, half height. Item 3, half height. Second drop, item 3, half height. Fourth item, half height, first drop. Fourth item, half height, second drop. Something resembling something lighter from half height. This is on item 1. This is dragging on item 1. In second test, half height. Technically it's a less dense item, that's what it is, so dragging again. That was item 1. Item 2, half height, less dense item, test 1. Dragging. Second test, item 2, half height, less dense item, and dragging. Item 3, half height, less dense item, and then dragging. Second test, half height, less dense item. Test item number 3, and dragging. Item number 4, test board number 4, half height, less dense item, test 1, and dragging. And half height, item 4, less dense item, test 2, and dragging. Okay, I think that's it for this. Oh, okay, so we're going to take the camera out into the hallway and record the exact same steps through the door. The door here fits relatively well. There is a small gap around it, as maybe you can see, but it's very small. It's not a used door very much, so it fits quite well. We'll come over here. And the test will happen from here. I'll just do the tests, and the door will be closed. The first test is going to be on the carpet. Carpet, drop 1, hand height. Carpet, drop 2, hand height. off the carpet and get the cement, so the first little plump thing where was the actual thing. Carpet, half height, drop 1. Carpet, half height, drop 2. Carpet, less dense items, half height, drop 1. Dragging on the carpet, carpet, less dense item, half height, drop 2. Dragging on the carpet. Now I'm going to go to sample 1. We're going to go sample 1, 2, 3, 4 with full height. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with half height. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the less dense item at half height with dragging at the end. Item 1, full height, first test. Item 1, full height, second test. Item 1, full height. Item 1, half height, first test. Item 1, half height, second test. Item 1, less dense. I think I'm doing step 4. Let's start over again. Okay, cut the video here. And okay. Okay, we're going to do item 1, 2, 3, 4 as before. First, we're going to do full height and half height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 tests apiece. Then after that, we're going to go to the less dense item at half height, 2 tests apiece. I'll close the door and we'll get started. Item 1, full height, test 1. Item 1, full height, test 2. Item 1, half height, test 1. Item 1, half height, test 2. Item 2. Item 2, full height, test 1. Item 2, full height, test 2. Item 2, full height, no, item 2, half height, test 1. Item 2, half height, test 2. Item 3. Item 3, full height, test 1. Item 3, full sliding. For comparison, carpet, less dense, half height. Sliding. For example, carpet, test 2, half height, less dense. Sliding. Into this test. We will now repeat the tests from down the hall, just to see how the noise might move with another door closed. that completes these tests. Okay, we're now inside of a unit that's furnished with floor rugs, but also has a hardwood floor. And this flooring does have underlayment. What it doesn't have is it doesn't have a buffer between the flooring. You probably can't see it too well on the video. Between the flooring and the wall. There's no buffer in that area. Additionally, there's baseboard or trim, whatever you want to call it, that's been placed on the wall and down to the hardwood floor level. What happens is, even though this has acoustic buffering underneath, the vibrations go through the hardwood floor, hit the wall, and hit the baseboard. And the baseboard helps, both the flooring and the baseboard help push the vibrations and the sound into the wall. Again, the wall is not gyprock, it's not plaster. It is concrete and brick, meaning that noises hitting the wall go through the entire building. So basically, I'm taking this little item, I hit the wall. That can be heard in Margaret's unit upstairs because she lives up one and over one on this common wall. Even though this is a double brick wall, the noise still goes through. The testing we will do today is similar to the testing done yesterday, but we're doing it in a unit now. We will take a water key, brass, particular density. We will drop it from hand height. This is, I don't know if it's coming on the video, but this is hand height. And then we're going to drop it from half height. So as if you're carrying something hand height, half height. The procedure will be 1 drop, 2 drop on test item 1. 1 drop, 2 drop on test item 1. Then half, 1, 2, test item 1. Test item 2, 1, 2 drop, then half, 1, 2. Etc., etc. So let's go ahead and get started with the noise. After we do the dense item, we will be doing something that's similar to dog chain or something lighter, much less dense, aluminum type stuff. Okay, so here we go. Item number 1, hand height, test 1, go. Whoop, bounced over to the other one, but that's okay. You got the first click, which is important. We'll try and see if it bounces the other way this time. Item number 1, hand height, test 2. Okay. Item number 1, half height, test 1. Item number 1, half height, test 2. Shifting to item 2. Item 2, hand height, test 1. Item number 2, hand height, test 2. Item number 2, half height, test 1. Item number 2, half height, test 2. Going to item 3. Item number 3, hand height, test 1. Item number 3, hand height, test 2. Item number 3, half height, test 1. Item number 3, half height, test 2. Going to item 4. Item number 4, hand height, test 1. Item number 4, hand height, test 2. That one hit off to the side. We'll do that again. Item number 4, hand height, test 2. Item number 4, half height, test 1. Item number 4, half height, test 2. Okay, that is the finish of the dense item. We'll now go to an aluminum item, less dense. This we're going to test from half height only, and then we're going to drag it as if an animal's playing with something or baby or something like that. So item number 1, less dense, half height, test 1. Dragging. Item number 1, less dense, half height, test 2. Then dragging. Going to item 2. Item number 2, half height, less dense, test 1. Dragging. Item number 2, half height, less dense, test 2. Dragging. Item number 3, half height, less dense, test 1. Dragging. Item number 3, half height, less dense, test 2. Dragging. Item number 4, half height, less dense, test 1. Dragging. Item number 4, less dense, half height, test 2. Dragging. As a reference, we have a small piece of carpet here, floor mat, what have you. Is it on the video? Yes. For reference, this is dropping half height, test 1, carpet. Dragging. Item number, carpet, half height, test 2. Dragging. It's falling apart. Okay, also for the carpet, let's try the denser item. Carpet, full height, test 1. Okay, you have to listen to the initial thud because of course it's going to bounce around onto the floor. Carpet, full height, test 1. Carpet, full height, test 2. Okay, that's good. One thing we need to mention is we're trying to be able to say yes to this situation. And that's a pretty difficult thing to do sometimes based on what we're seeing here. We've tried many different things, including buffers at the edge of the wall, etc. What seems to work best for the entire situation is the following. We have the waterproofing that'll go on the concrete or the corkboard below. Then we've got the standard noise reduction material that'll go down. And the customer has also offered to put down rubber matting. Rubber matting helps a lot for noise transfer into the concrete flooring. It does not help for noise transfer from vibrations generated during an impact that resonate up and hit a concrete wall. Those vibrations tend to go through the wall, that is. if a place has got carpet, there can be activity all day long. Nobody hears it on the other side of the wall. Sometimes you'll hear people walking with really hard feet. I have a hard walk. Do you hear me walking over there?
Not necessarily, no.
No, you don't? Okay.
No, not really, no.
Yeah, I have a pretty hard walk.
Yeah.
Clumsy, hard walk, especially in the morning when I wake up. Carpet stops those noises. It absorbs it also, but that'll all be in the documentation. There's a page that you'll see that has some documentation in it. Okay, trying to be able to say yes, the best thing that we've come up with so far is this 3-layer situation under whatever's going to be applied. And I might move the camera for this because it's really important that you see what's up. Okay, again, trying to be able to say yes. We have tested many situations with this stuff. We're back to the 3 layers. Waterproofing, standard underlayment, and then rubber matting. If the rubber matting and the standard underlayment is brought up the wall, and the rubber is brought up the wall, then the hard flooring is put down. Even though the hard flooring has great expansion, contraction, qualities, etc., there's still an issue where it needs to be isolated from the building. So to isolate it from the building, the rubber and the first layer of noise protection comes up the wall. Then, additionally, after the flooring is all laid, the trim goes in. That's used to cover this gap. Based on our testing, this needs to roll down over the top of the hardwood flooring. I hope you can see that. And then your trim goes on. So the hardwood flooring is going under the trim, but wrapped around with this protective coating. That way, vibrations from this are restricted from transferring from the hardwood floor to the trim baseboard and into the wall. I hope that looks very clear. I'll put part of this into the documentation. Okay, so we'll take this away. And now where are we? Again, I want to make it very clear that we tested cutting things into strips to put on the bottom of the baseboards, for example, the trim. The strips leave exposed corners. These seem to pick up vibrations. So we found the best method is to bend the rubber all the way over. Just want to make sure that's very, very, very clear that the rubber bends over both layers and then the baseboard goes down. The trim goes down. We're gonna repeat all of these tests. Start over. Okay, we're gonna repeat the noise tests just as we did inside, but we're gonna place the camera outside in the hallway as a reference point, just like we did downstairs. Then after that, we will place the camera next door, looking at the wall, so that we will repeat the same test and see if any of the noise goes through the wall. Okay, let's move. Okay, we're going to be repeating the tests. The camera is now outside on the other side of the hallway. The door will be closed and we'll repeat the tests. You'll have to count 1, 2 will be full height, then 1, 2 will be half height. We'll go through that series with the 4 items. Then we'll come back with half height on the aluminum and a drag. That'll be done twice per flooring sample. Item number 1, full height, test 1. Item number 1, full height, test 2. Item number 1, half height, test 1. Item number 1, half height, test 2. Item number 2. Item number 2, full height, test 1. Item number 2, full height, test 2. Item number 2, half height, test 1. Item number 2, half height, test 2. Item number 3, full height, test 1. Item number 3, full height, test 2. Item number 4. Item number 4, full height, test 1. Item number 4, full height, test 2. Item number 4, half height, test 1. Item number 4, half height, test 2. We will now proceed to the less dense item. Item number 1. Item number 1, half height, less dense, test 1. Dragging. Item number 1, less dense, half height, test 2. Dragging. Item number 2, half height, less dense, test 1. Dragging. Item number 2, half height, less dense, test 2. Dragging. Item number 3, half height, less dense, test 1. Dragging. Item number 3, less dense, half height, test 2. Dragging. Item number 4, less dense, half height, test 1. Dragging. Item number 4, less dense, half height, test 2. Dragging. For example, for comparative purposes, we will drop it on the carpet. This is the higher density product, little key for the water. Carpet, full height. Hold on, carpet, full height. dense on the carpet. Less dense, half height. Test 1 on carpet. Less dense, half height. Test 2 on carpet. Okay, that completes this series of tests. We will now be moving into the adjacent unit and placing the camera to the wall. So the microphone is on this side and it can listen to what is coming through the wall. We have no idea what the results will be at this moment.
I'm just saying because it goes sneeze.
Okay, we're in the adjacent unit. Cupboards have been installed on the common wall to reduce the noise transference from the flooring next door into this unit. The testing is being done in that direction. We're using this gap between the cupboards to get a general idea of how noise may come through this wall from the new flooring being tested. The testing procedure will be the same as previously. 1 drop, 2 drops from standard height, 1 drop, 2 drops from lower height through the series of 4 samples. Then we're going to go back and use the less dense material, the aluminum, and do a half height drop twice on each sample with a drag on each sample at the same time. Start over, low density, drop 1, sample 1.